Thanks for joining us for CBN News Midday. I'm Mark Martin. Our top story, the Supreme Court is refusing to intervene in Washington, D.C.'s new gay marriage law. The law goes into effect today. Opponents of same-sex marriage had argued to Chief Justice Roberts that voters should be allowed to have a say in this issue. Local courts had rejected that argument, and Roberts deferred to them, calling it a local matter. Today is the first day that same-sex couples can apply for marriage licenses in D.C., but they'll still have to wait 3 business days to receive them and exchange vows. And joining us now is Brian Brown with the National Organization for Marriage, a staunch opponent of the new law. Brian, are you surprised at Chief Justice Roberts' ruling?
Well, we're disappointed. The fact is we knew it was very difficult to get an emergency injunction. We believe the law is on our side, and we are encouraged because Chief Justice Roberts said that our arguments have force, and ultimately we're going to be back in court pushing for an initiative. So we have another shot. It is a sad day for the District of Columbia. The voters have been denied their right to have a referendum and speak up for the belief that marriage is the union of a man and a woman.
Well, what do you think is going to be the impact of this ruling, or of his ruling, and the new law nationally, Chief Justice Roberts' ruling?
Well, the ruling was only a ruling on the emergency injunction, so it doesn't speak to the underlying legal matters. It just basically said that the Supreme Court wasn't going to intervene in a local matter. Again, we think that the Supreme Court should have intervened because the district courts have not given us relief. They haven't ruled expeditiously enough for us to have a referendum, so now the referendum is moot. But we still have an initiative, and we'll be moving forward with the initiative.
Catholic Charities, a faith-based social service group in D.C., has struggled with this new law, and it has ended its foster care program rather than place kids with same-sex couples, and it just announced no more spousal health care benefits. The Catholic Archbishop says the D.C. City Council made a mistake, Brian, in not creating a legal exemption for faith-based groups. Do you agree?
Clearly, same-sex marriage has a direct impact on religious liberty, and the D.C. City Council was very open in saying there would be no exemptions. They did not care about the religious liberty impact, and now what you're seeing is that the good work of Catholic Charities and other religious organizations, they've had to stop their foster care program, have other groups take that over. They've had to stop their spousal benefits. This is going to have far-reaching impact on religious liberty, and we need to band together to make sure that all faiths are protected.
Now, what is the game plan now in D.C.? You talked a little bit about this. What is the hope of reversing the new law? Explain that a little bit more for us.
Well, we have a great multicultural and interreligious coalition. Reverend Dr. Walter Fauntleroy is first congressman for the district, Bishop Harry Jackson, and we're moving forward through the courts with an initiative that would return marriage in the district to the union of one man and one woman. We're fighting it out through the courts, and ultimately we are not going to give up. We're going to fight for every voter's right to speak up on marriage and to have marriage in the district, the union of one man and one woman again.
Brian, what happened here? Why was the council so bent on not letting voters vote on this? What's going on here? Is it just a intensely strong homosexual agenda?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. David Catania has been pushing this very strongly, and he was very dismissive and very threatening to the religious community, basically saying, "We'll see you in court. We don't want to talk about religious liberty exemptions." So it was very startling just how aggressive and dismissive the council was of the very real religious liberty concerns, and at no cost, they did not want a vote to occur in the district because they knew that the African American community in the district, the voters in the district, if this was put up to a vote, I believe they would vote to protect marriage as the union of a man and a woman, so they did everything to stop a vote, which does not speak well for our basic democratic process in the district.
Well, it's not over yet. Brian Brown with the National Organization for Marriage, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.